Hey, what is going on, you guys? It's Rocket54 here, and I got another story for you guys today. And this is actually going to be the second story this week. This one's going to be uploaded Monday. I'm recording this on Sunday night, but in the video's case, this is going to be uploaded on Monday afternoon or Monday evening. And so yeah, there may actually be like a third story this week, which is gonna maybe be on like Tuesday or Wednesday, but like I'm not sure yet. The way things are looking right now, probably just Monday and Friday. Guys, 2 stories a week isn't gonna become a regular thing. Like I'm only gonna do it like every once in a while. And you'll notice some Black Ops 3 gameplay in the background, and it is local multiplayer. Well, I'm sorry, but deal with it, because I was recording a fresh new gameplay of online before I started making this to use for this, but then I accidentally hit the PS button while it was recording, and yeah, I accidentally hit the PS button on my PS4 controller while it was recording, and so I basically lost all of it, and I tried to see if I could save that clip, but yeah, so there only ended up being about 20 seconds of gameplay footage. So this is a local multiplayer from quite a while ago. I think like a couple weeks ago. I don't even remember recording this. I don't actually remember hitting a button or anything, but yeah, so like I remember, like I don't remember anything from this at all. I think I have like one vague memory of when this happened, like, because my parents like reminded me of this, because this story happened when I was extremely little. Like, I was really little when this happened. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna call this story. I'm not gonna call it my first fight, because it's not really a fight. Like, once you get in further into the video, you'll know what I mean, but it's not like a legitimate fight, so I'm not gonna call it my first fight. Okay, I'll just get right into the story. So this story happened when I was about maybe 2 years old. I think I was like 1.5. No, actually, this was like before I was 2, because this was at my old house, because I used to live in an apartment. I lived in an apartment for almost the first 2 years of my life. Then in December 2002, we moved to the house where I live now. So like this was before I moved. So I was extremely little. I think I was like 1.5 when this happened. So yeah, my savageness really broke out that day. So yeah, guys, I'm just gonna jump right into the story. Leave a like if you do enjoy these stories. It really helps me out, because the likes on these videos show me that you guys like these stories, and it'll give me like more inspiration to continue making them. So yeah, let's just jump right into the story. Leave a like if you do enjoy the story, and here it is. So, as I said, I was about 1.5 years old at the time this happened, because I know that I hadn't moved to my house that I live in now. I know I hadn't moved yet, because I moved to the house I live in now when I was like almost 2 years old. It was like a month away from me turning 2. As I said, in like December 2002 is when we left. Is when we left our apartment and moved into the house I live in now. So I was probably like 1.5 years old at the time, I think. And basically what happened was, so my parents, they took me to the park one day, right? They took me to the park, and I think I actually remember what this park looks like. Maybe I kind of like remember this. Like, I kind of remember the look of it, I think. And the thing is, like, I was, like, again, guys, I don't remember much from this. I think I remember, like, one small little part from this, but that's it. But, my parents take me to the park, and it was a very nice-looking park from what because this is just what I think it looks like. From what I remember, like, from what I think it looks like from back then, it was a pretty nice-looking park. Like, I really liked going there and had a lot of fun there. So then I went, I go... So, like, we went to the park, and I was having a lot of fun going on the playground. My parents were just sitting on a bench, just talking and watching me play. And then, like, I was on a slide. Like, I was sitting at the top of a slide at the playground. And so, I was just sitting there, and I don't think I was actually like ready to slide down it yet, because I think it was like a big slide, and I was a little bit too scared to go down it. But then, like, from what my parents told me, and I think I actually remember this part, there was like this little fat kid that just came up behind me and just pushed me down the slide. And, I went down the slide, and I think I was pretty scared, and the kid just pushed me down the slide. And then, yeah, the kid just, like, pushed me down the slide. And then I was like, oh. And, like, I was pretty scared, and I look up at the kid, and I'm pretty sure he was laughing. Apparently, the kid was really fat. He was really fat, really chubby, had, like, red curly hair, apparently. And, yeah, so he pushed me down the slide, and apparently my mom said that I just looked up at him. Like, I wasn't even really mad at him. I was just looking at him, like, with my mouth open, like, what? Like, I wasn't, because I was like 1.5 years old at the time, so I didn't exactly, like, I wasn't exactly, like, really, I guess you could say I wasn't really angry at him, or I didn't really know what to do. I was just a bit shocked because I didn't actually know what he did. But yeah, so apparently so the kid pushed me down the slide when I wasn't ready, and that made me really mad. So, being the savage little kid I was, and this is where it starts to get interesting. Apparently, from what my parents told me, I went up to the kid, punched him right in the face, and just went, like, I took my right hand, balled it into a fist, and just went, boom! Hit him right in the face. And apparently, I think I may have given the kid a bloody nose, actually. I'm not sure. Because, like, I'm just going by, like, what I think of this. Because, guys, this story literally happened, like, probably 13.5 years ago. So, give me some slack for not remembering all the details of this story. But I think I may have given the kid a bloody nose as soon as I punched him. And then the kid, like, started crying. And then this is where it got awesome. Like, my parents actually went over to the kid's dad, the kid that pushed me. They went over to the kid's dad and said, your son just pushed my son down the slide. And then and so then the kid that I punched in the face, the one that pushed me, his dad just took him, put him in the stroller, and then walked back home with him. And the kid was crying so much. And, like, yeah, the kid was just, like, crying so much because he really wanted to stay. And, he got hit, and he probably felt really bad about pushing me after I punched him in the face. And the guy was just, like... and, yeah, the kid's dad just took him home. And then, like, after the kid's dad took him home, I actually thought my parents were going to be so mad at me, so I was a little scared. And then... sorry, I'm tired. And then, after I get, and so then, like, after they leave, I think I remember, like, my mom standing, like, I was standing in front of my mom at the bench, and then my mom just holds on to my arms, and my mom wasn't even mad. Like, this is what she actually said to me. My mom just said to me, Liam, you don't hit people, okay? She's like, that's not what you do. You don't hit people. She just gave me, like, she basically gave me, like, a verbal warning saying, you don't hit people. That's not right. And, yeah, that's basically all I got from her. And, yeah, it would just be so funny if I actually ran into this I bet at some point in my life maybe I actually have run into this kid into the street or seen him, like, along, like, in public, and I just haven't known it. Imagine if I ran into the kid and he actually remembered me. That would be hilarious. If that ever does happen, I will definitely make that into a story. If that definitely, I will definitely make that into a story if that happens. But yeah, so that's my story for today, guys. I hope you like this story. Leave a like if you do enjoy these stories, and if you enjoyed this one, make sure to leave a like. But yeah, so I was such a savage when I was little, and I have a story of, like, around, like, a year or two later where I was just a complete dick during this story. But, I'm not gonna get into details what it is, because that'll make for another video. Let me just say, I was such a dick. Like, and I don't even know what I was thinking when I did this. But yeah, anyway, guys, that's all for today's story. Leave a like if you do enjoy it, and remember, you guys, whenever punching red-haired, curly, fat, chubby kids in the face that pushed you in the first place, say no to drugs.